Hey, family, it's Nikki Thomas. We are here at Oak Stop. I've got someone here from our Oak Stop community, very special that I want you to get to know and to support. Lo Hudson from the Programmers Guild.
So I'm Lo Hudson from Programmers Guild, and our mission at the Guild is tech literacy across Oakland. We do that by training Black folks from low-income neighborhoods in the trade of software development.
Love it. So there's such a thing as tech equity, as in technology, the tech skills, the tech jobs are going other places besides in our community. Would that be?
So that's not only correct, it's actually the most important it's ever been. So it's not just that opportunity is going to other places, it's that the more technology advances, the further left behind people get. So to give you a clear example, the only computer most people know well these days is their phone. And nothing wrong with that. And that's no shade to any of us who use our phones. We all do all day. But in contrast, the millennial generation, which I'm part of, and we had to know computers quite well. That led to a lot of the entrepreneurship that's still going on online. Places like YouTube, social media, millennials did that. We did it because we didn't have tech opportunities. Gen Z can't do that. They don't know enough about computers to just run to that. Yeah. It's odd how that happened, but
Oh, hold on a second. No, hold up a second. Hold up. Okay, now I like it when people identify their generation. That way you can get a clear picture of what's actually happened. I'm Gen X. So, from a Gen X standpoint, it's like, well, all the babies know everything about tech. These young people know all of it. That's what I've always said. That's what my parents have always said. So, you mean to tell me there was a left turn in there that I didn't know anything about?
so yes, there was a left turn in there. And it is interesting because you're right on the one hand. I'm not saying Gen Z is completely tech ignorant, but they haven't had to learn digital technology the same way millennials do. So for example, they know a lot less code than millennials had to know. Another good example that's in the popular sort of imagination. When I was getting my career started, coding boot camps were super popular. Now they're not today. In fact, you can't find a coding boot camp in any neighborhood. They're all online right now. But the folks who started those programs, the folks who went through, the folks who could learn to code in 3 months, these were people who more or less had some coding experience. There's no other way to learn it in that short of a period of time. Now, that's not to give too much credit to the boot camps. They had some mild success at best, but the reason they don't exist anymore is because you simply can't learn the amount of technology that Gen Z would have to learn to get a job. That distance has increased. So I don't want to make it seem like Gen Z don't know nothing about digital technology. They know quite a lot, but it's a very different experience. They know a lot less as far as skill craft, as far as doing this for a living, as far as building a career.
All right, now when you say career, again, I'm way back here in the Gen X. I'm way down in the Gen X generation. When you say careers, what does that mean? What are the careers that we're going for nowadays?
So that's a really great question. All the hot button ones are still there. So I'm going to talk about AI last because that's probably the one people are most curious about right now for good reason. But cybersecurity, web development is still mostly there. A lot of that will be automated. I'll get to that. And just regular old software development, game development is a pretty hot industry, will continue to be because it's part of the entertainment industry for the most part, a part of the education industry for the most part. You have industrial applications. In technology, you have a lot. There's no field that this doesn't touch. There's the software side, which is really what most people are thinking about when they think, hey, I want to learn how to do this. And there's the hardware side. There's the computer science side. There's the engineering side, building the machines themselves, in other words. So there's plenty of careers. There's no shortage of them. Yeah.
All right, so Lo is a part of the Oak Stop community here. We're at one of the wonderful Oak Stop locations. I think we got a good angle here because I know people are looking and say, "Ooh, that looks fancy. Where are they?" So we're at one of the Oak Stop locations right now, and you are located in our 2323 Broadway building, and you've got something going on where you got, great folks coming through and you're teaching them something. I know that's the part I see. Tell us more about what you have going on right now. Like we're talking to you from summer of 2025. Tell us what's going on with you and these great students that are in the building with you.
All right, most definitely. Yeah. So let's talk about it. I have 4 apprenticeship candidates. They are going through our apprentice training program. Programmers Guild is an actual guild. It's a strange name to use these days. People don't use that word too much. It's true. I actually had to do like a little clip not too long ago going, just answering that question, what is a guild? We're software developers. We're not a school, but our mission is vocational training, again, from the communities we serve. And so my 4 candidates right now are learning to become software developers. They're learning how to program computers. They'll finish up their training, the first part of their training rather, around September, but the goal is to have them fully employed by the end of September in an apprenticeship position.
Yeah, this is the most important thing that happens in our community or anywhere in any area of life when someone says, "Hey, let me take you or a group of people and accelerate what you're doing. I'm going to let you jump over the hurdles that I've already jumped over, and I'm just going to give you this framework and a pathway." So, I love it when someone is doing that type of work. So, part 2, there is an event that we should put on our calendars that we want you to support. This is why we do this at Nikki Thomas TV. Y'all know I've had years of training on this type of thing, and I really enjoy that part of it. Where it's like, look, fam, if you're looking and you're listening, we should be shining the spotlight on these types of things that are happening that need your support, where you just have to say yes. You're looking at me, you're snacking, and you got your bonnet on. Say yes to something awesome. So I understand there is an event. I just gave you some time right there to take some notes or put it in your mental Rolodex or stop scrolling or whatever you're doing. So there's an event happening that we want everybody to know about. Tell us more.
All right. So this summer, we're doing our 500 Strong campaign. It's a fundraiser. And the goal is to get the first 500 supporters to contribute at least $20 to our fundraiser. $500 from, I'm sorry, 500 people giving $20 to this campaign helps pay for the training for about 2 apprentices. So that means that they can get the training, they can change their career, they can start something new and start making some money in tech. August 7th, I think we have a schedule right now for 5 p.m. That's a Thursday evening. We'll be hosting a fundraiser get together at 2323 Broadway.
I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? I think that's code word for Nick and go be there. We go get lit. We go turn all the way up. But that's the thing that I love to do, though. I love to bring great energy to a great event where you've been doing this work for months and years and decades or whatever it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Ike Turner said, and what's love got to do? We can put some stank on it. Just, we're going to put some extra energy on it. So you can come and attend this event. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be here at Oak Stop together. And the bottom line, though, is we're trying to get a job done. And he just said $20. Come on now. You spent that going to buy coffee today. If you just stay home and make your own coffee that you got in your house in the cupboard and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and donate to Programmers Guild. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm trying to tell you what to do. For real, though. Because sometimes we say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But you don't have a framework or a pathway because, you're going to keep scrolling and then, you're going to be down another rabbit hole 5 minutes from now and you didn't do what you said you were going to do. We all need help with this. It happens to me. That's why I'm just putting it out here. Real talk. All right. So I'm sure there is a link or a button either up there, down here. So it's somewhere here where you can click the link and attend the event and or donate or both. And that's not all. I'm old school. And that's not all. Share this video with 20 of your friends. That's how we get this done. Share it on your page. Okay? If you run an organization, it's like, oh, we would love to support. I'm going to send it out. Send the link out to all your folks. That's how we get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's the thing I hate when we nickel and dime on our folks in our communities. I can run my mouth all day, Lo. Let me just bring it back. Bring it back. Don't let that thing get on the microphone. She crazy. Okay, so you said August 7th, 5 p.m. at Oak Stop, 2323 Broadway. All right. And tell us what other kind of things we're going to do inside this event.
So you know me, I'm terrible at putting this kind of thing together myself. Well, I got some help. I got some great help. So I'll take that. I'll take that. So we'll have refreshments, we'll have music, but mostly it's going to be kind of an after work mixer, more like a happy hour. So you'll get to meet us. You'll get to see the guild workshop, see what we're building, see the work we're doing. Come and talk to us. A lot of times people, we ask for help, but you don't get to really see who you're helping or where that's going. And so the mixer is a way for you to come and check it out, see for yourself, ask questions, start conversations, and just find out where the guild is in your neighborhood. maybe we can do something for you.
Let me put a little more on that. So we said 20, but you probably could do 50. You know, there's a day of the month that you might add up your expenses and you look at how much you spend on, I'm not going to call any names, but the service that brings you your food to your house when you could have cooked. And so many things. You spend it somewhere. 50 is really a small amount of money. And if you can amplify that to send it out to your networks, you know what I'm saying? How could I'm trying to be polite when I say this. I've seen lots of people raise lots of money for lots of things. Can you tell us, like, what is, I know you broke down the math of how many people it could help if you donate this amount of money. What's the amount of money that would fix everything for Programmers Guild?
Everything. So I don't know if that's even in the realm of possibility. So on an annual basis to run the training program, we're looking at about $77,000. That's just for the training program. And that's for 4 candidates. So that would carry us through 2026 for just the training part. So that's a good question, actually. So what people should know is that we are a nonprofit. And the training we offer to our candidates for free. And so how we try to finance that is through the community, through campaigns like this. So the goal is to get the training subsidized by the community at large of Oakland, because that's who we're working for. That's who this benefits, Oaklanders. But once they're developing software, our software projects make their own money. So it truly is $76,000 for the training program. It truly is. And again, as a nonprofit, that money is tax-free for you.
Now, I don't know what all that means. All I know how to do is talk. But what I'm saying is that that's my job to get you activated around getting everything taken care of. Because the thing is, we can always do more. I think that's my bottom line of what I'm trying to say. We can always do more. Oh, he said $20. Well, if you could do 20, you could do 50. And if you could do 50, you could do 100. And if you could do it, your friends could do it. So either we make it easier or we make it hard. I just feel like we want to make quick work of supporting Programmers Guild. I feel like that's my job to activate, and that's why there's a link there for you to click, and that's why we have a place for you to come and meet some great people. The way we change that is to get out and to be more organic about how we support and show up. I'm looking in the camera right now. Put on pants and come outside. How about that? All the remote working people. Let me tell you, this is what you're going to get. You're going to support Programmers Guild. You're going to check out Oakstop, which is a Black-owned business right here in downtown Oakland. You're going to meet 3 to 5 people that may change your life or may upgrade you in some way. So this is why we come together, so that everybody gets amplified and activated. Hallelujah. Lo Hudson from Programmers Guild. We're here at Oakstop. Is there anything else you want to let people know about before we wrap up?
No, I think we covered it all.